Save you to,
Yeah, best reminders. Hello everyone and welcome back to Throwback Thursdays here at Grey Ogre Games, powered by the Power 9 podcast. This is your vintage playtest tournament. My name is Mick. I'm one of your hosts alongside Benjamin Huang.
Still haven't found my Chinese name. So
I'll go and check with Chris.
Yeah, like get a random message from you. Can you imagine my brother's position? He's like, I haven't seen this guy in like 15 years. The first thing he's asked me is like, hey,
what's
Chris,
what's your brother's
Chinese name?
Like, what?
Is this some kind of elaborate DHL scam?
Are you trying to, WeChat sex scam?
Hey,
like,
hey, not that kind of show. Hey.
Alright,
Hey, what's up? What's up, Andrea?
Damn, I got the names upside down. Let me go and take that away. And,
how could you tell? How can you tell? This is borderline racism. Are you just because he has hairier forearms?
Yeah, no, when he rolled up his sleeves, I realized like, hey, that is
racial profiling. That is just...
Hey, I'm a Chinese dude and I do not have arms. I do not have arms on my hair. I do not have
arms on your hair.
On my arms.
I would see a doctor if you had arms on your hair.
Yeah. I think that would be a little strange.
A little strange, yeah. Oh, Andrea has subscribed to our channel, which is why there's that little green sword, right?
No.
What does that mean?
I made him a what's that?
Moderator.
Right. Yeah.
That's good. That's good.
Upgrade to moderator.
Yeah.
Anybody you see fit, just give him or her the moderator.
Most Magic players aren't fit. Me included. So.
Yeah, power corrupts.
Yeah. Well, no, fit as in yeah, couldn't run the mile.
That too. So yeah. Hey, hi Andrea. How you doing?
So yeah, we have some inside info. This is the battle of two blue-red combo decks. The deck on the right you've seen before. Most of you are familiar with what's going on.
I think.
And the deck on the left you probably haven't seen as much of.
Why is Gabriel running today?
But he's running Show and Tell.
Show and Tell.
With
nice.
Omniscience and Burning Wish and Oath of Druids.
Of course.
But Carrie's deck will not be as apparent until you see the parts.
So Carrie's deck is just the
I don't know if you want to give it away.
Carrie usually
it's fun. No. This is a different deck.
That's a different deck.
It's a different deck. And
the fact that he's not just running blue.
It was a combo that was deemed too powerful for other formats. So he's
right.
I'm as fit as a ball as well, Andrea.
Right.
So if it's a downhill 1 mile run, I could probably do it.
Easy.
I'll get bruised very easily, but that's fine.
No man, that's why you need equipment, Yeah, how was E3, man? I'm watching the IGN coverage and E3 looks like a mess. It looks like way too many people.
So one of the hints of what Carrie is playing is that he's searched for Basic Island. So,
what, this Blue Moon?
Unlike Legacy, where fetching basics is really important because of there's no real way to pull ahead in terms of mana without moxes. In Vintage, because you have unwastelandable mana sources in the form of moxes, you actually have very few decks play anything more than a couple of basics. At best. And you see the front card of Carrie's hand and you know what deck he's playing now. It's Deceiver Exile. If you weren't sick enough of this in Modern, I'm sorry. Thursdays as well. Modern. More than Modern.
Yeah.
So Gabrielli passes with Volcanic, signaling the...
Got lightning bolt in
not
hand,
giving away
maybe?
too much. I think in Modern Vintage, if you play Volcanic Island, you could be one of very many things.
Well, you could be Delver decks.
Delver, Mentor, Gush Painter, some kind of Grixis control. So he's gonna play Ponder, and Gabrielli is a very deliberate way of playing. His turns are very well thought through. As we saw last week with his Dragonlord Dramoka shenanigans.
Alright, so E3, I don't like it that much. Too many lines for anything, but meeting friends and drinking is good. Well, yeah, meeting friends and drinking is always good. Yeah.
So Gabrielli also, very heads up, not laying a land first before playing the Ponder.
Yeah,
disguising the quality of his hand. He already had the Tropical, so there's no reason to play the Ponder, to play a land before the Ponder.
Yeah.
It might draw out a misstep from your opponent, and then you just play a land. They feel silly. There's no dazes that you have to play around, so no real concern. Impulse, not a very common card, but used to be a mainstay of Vintage.
I wonder what, man. This is like a exact copy, just slightly more powerful than the
in
modern
all
version
regards
of
of
the
the
deck.
yeah.
Impulse instead of telling time.
Impulse instead of
ponders,
serum visions, for example.
ponders instead
Preordain
of
instead of serum visions.
right.
Yeah. So, and you know the beauty of this deck is that you get to play crazy like, can you imagine Time Vault? You cast Time Vault on turn 2, then you cast Deceiver Exile and untap it. Then you take an extra turn, then you lay a 4th land, then you cast Splinter Twin. Then you
if your opponent's like tapped out, or if you have some
you get to play with
counter spell,
Ancient Tomb. You know,
you can play with Force of Will.
you play with Force of Will, which is
infinitely better than any cryptic command out there.
Well, I would say it's situational.
Oath of Druids.
So use Oath of Druids.
Why not?
But without an Orchid to without an Orchid to force Carry to have a creature, Carry can just wait until he can go off before playing his. Oh, and there goes the
You were saying?
Yeah.
You were saying?
Because everybody loves to make my life difficult by slow rolling the Orchid. No, but that's very heads up play again from Gabriele. You know, Carry is more likely to let the Orchid let the Oath resolve if he doesn't think that there's an Orchid.
Yep.
Orchid,
it's fine.
Orchid,
I think Carrie's probably going to combo off this turn already.
Yeah, I really like the way Gabriele sequences his turns. I think it's something that often gets lost in the kind of awesomeness of Vintage, is all the crazy stuff that's going around. But there's a lot of information you can conceal, a lot of information you can misrepresent, and just to keep things,
In fact, I was just reading James Su's book, and he spends like a full chapter talking about like information, and because he's a legacy player, how much information revealed to your opponent is very important.
So Carrie's end-stepping the Deceiver Exile.
So balls to the wall, man.
If you're Gabriele, you must be hell of a worried about a potential
land.
Splinter
Yeah,
Twin.
okay, so land.
He's playing Steam Vents.
Steam Vents, man.
And boys and girls, this card too good for Modern.
Yeah.
And with Carrie fighting back with another, he's got another set of forces in his hand.
Yeah, he's got another force, and he's got something else to. Oh my goodness!
Oh my lord! Gabriele is
just
playing with the most powerful cards of all time.
And just get going to lose to. Yeah. Okay. Sure. Why not?
And this is the power of the deck. Like it's so much of it is blue except for Splinter Twin. That it has it has
just incredible amounts of
a great matchup against other control decks.
Card draw, card selection. It's got counter spells in the form of like Force of Will Days.
Can you imagine gushing on your turn before you go off, like floating like double red, gushing, laying the island again for the 4th land. Being able to protect your Deceiver Exile from Path to Exile or Swords to Plowshares with Mental Misstep.
This is the bullshit that we had to put up with in Modern for the longest time, like
3 Mox, Pestamite, Untap Mox, Lotus, Splinter Twin. Andrea, that's a great hand until you play against the guy who has turn 1 Auron. And then you're like, I wish I didn't have any of these Moxes. But I think that's what makes the format so fun, is that the cards are powerful enough for them to be exciting. There exists enough ways to break out of like linear turns, and yet there's enough stuff to keep it in check.
Yeah,
there's good hate cards, there's good counter magic, there's great discard, there's great countermeasures,
but you can't keep them. That's the thing. Like, you can't keep them all in your 75 cards, right?
Yeah,
so
exactly. So it's about
you just pack for whatever you feel.
It's about metagaming, but it also means that all the games are very proactive. Like everyone has a good plan A. There's no completely, like in Standard, I think there's a deck with like 16 counter spells now. And then they just play like a
prison.
Yeah, they play like a there isn't a purely reactive deck. I don't think the prison actually plays counter spells, right? It has a bunch of like exhaustion effects and like return.
Bouncing all the creatures and
yeah.
Well,
so Gabriele, used to playing his mentor deck. Used to be completely a control player, and today he's playing the combo mirror against. But it's more combo control. Like you see most of Carrie's deck.
It's just counter spells, or it's just card selection, and you're just looking for those 2 cards. One of them being Splinter Twin. Splinter Twin, well, maybe it runs Kiki Jiki. That'll be quite interesting.
I mean, it's easier to cast Kiki. It's both easier and harder to cast Kiki. It's easier because if you have Gush, you can you only really need 2 volcanic islands because you just return 2 to your hand, float red, double red, and then lay the
put
third one.
another- Yeah.
It's also easier because you have Black Lotus, which is very good at casting Kiki Chiki.
Yeah,
It's
triple-
worse because there are a lot less creatures in this format, so you're not copying a lot. I know you could copy Snapcaster.
Yeah, but
which is,
who? I mean, you're only trying to copy a Pestamite or
Yeah.
Deceiver Exarch, right? Like, unless you're going to play the.
you know what's really
the
bad?
Jeskai version.
You know what this deck is really bad against?
What?
Carries deck especially.
What?
Phyrexian Revoker.
Oh yeah, you
Yeah.
just name.
You just name
No, you
Deceiver
can't.
Exarch.
Yeah, you either have to name Deceiver Exarch, and if you name Deceiver Exarch,
You
you just
name
cast the
Pestamite.
Pestamite.
Oh.
Yeah, you have to name
I think he
both.
plays 4 Exarchs and maybe 1 Might
To-
at most.
Yeah.
But it's already really good against Stack Faden, which is primary way of
Getting the
Yeah.
filters, yeah.
or
Yeah,
just
drawing in.
stealing artifacts.
Oh yeah, okay, that's true. Not main counters all sideboard in mono blue.
Yeah,
Yes. Yep. I
Makes
play
sense.
I actually play the blue prison deck, or at least I play a version of blue prison deck that doesn't run that many counter spells. But yeah, I don't understand why would you run so many counter spells. You know, if something
So
slips
then-
through, that's it. Like that's the end of your game.
Back to this game, I think if you're Gabrielli, what do you have? You have Nature's Claim maybe? Nature's Claim on Splinter Twin isn't bad.
Uh,
But that falls
Yeah,
on,
that's
falls
true.
to
That's
Mental
right.
Misstep anyway. You don't really have, maybe you have like some kind of Flusterstorms that you bring in to just fight over the stack. But Splinter
but
Twin
even
and
then-
Deceiver Exarch being non-instants of sorceries means that it's
The-
quite hard for you to interact.
That's right. It's only viable against his counter spells, which maybe sometimes might not be the one thing that you want to be fighting over.
Yeah.
Well,
The good thing about watching coverage is that you just learn the habits that people have, and at the start of the game, they invariably end up, sorting their hands the same way. Carry always takes out all his lands. It's almost like he's playing,
it's the poker,
Yeah.
the poker face.
Yeah, he pulls all his lands to his front, and then like exactly how many mana sources he has.
All right. So
And it's you see a lot. There's a lot of ticks that people have that they don't notice until under the scrutiny of because we've covered these people for
yeah, I've been
few
watching
weeks.
them for
you
quite a while.
yeah.
Hmm.
So Gabrielli
true.
going back for 6.
Which
I
is
guess
not-
I
it's
guess
not
Red
bad.
Elemental Blast is pretty good in this matchup.
That's true.
You
Yeah,
can
yeah,
kill,
yeah, that's
You
right.
can kill this Eva Exile, but again falls to Mental Misstep.
Do people run
Hydroblast
Pyroblast?
less so.
Hydroblast?
Yeah, they used to run Hydroblast when there was a lot of Red Elemental Blast, so there's a lot of blue mirrors.
Oh,
Because
okay.
it's a way to counter your opponents, and that was before Mental Misstep. Now you just want to play as many Mental Missteps as you can.
Right. Okay. Yeah. Because it catches the
Everything,
Pyroblast,
everything
Pyroblast.
from Soul Ring to Ancestral Recall to other Pyroblasts to other Mental Missteps to Swords to Plowshares to. So Gabrielli's keeping. He's gonna push with his scry. He's gonna be on the play. And this is something that we didn't talk about as much yesterday, but I feel very strongly about is that sometimes the choice that you make to push the scry or to keep it on the top, it should influence your first land drop. Right here, it doesn't make any difference if you had only one land, but if you had a different land, maybe you choose not to crack the fetch now because you know that you push one dead card
Yeah.
to the bottom of your deck. And something that I think hasn't been explored as much because the rule is somewhat, they're calling it the Vancouver Mulligan, right?
Yes,
So
that's right.
it's not as much of it's not something that's been around for too long. So he's playing Thoughtseize.
Thoughtseize. All right.
Yeah,
So
a good way
Thoughtseize
to
also
start.
very.
And it's gonna be amazing. Oh no!
No, it's.
Oh.
Oh, okay. So, it's
So
just
I was
gonna let
thinking,
it out.
I was thinking, Carrie's gonna force with Ancestral. Like what kind of crazy hand do you have where you force with Ancestral? But he just has his pants are down, and he's just gonna take.
Gotcha.
Gotcha.
All right. So
take his Ancestral.
yeah. Ancestral Recall gets taken out.
And Thoughtseize is another card that I didn't think sees nearly enough play as it should in Vintage.
Are there any stronger cards than Thoughtseize? The fact that it's in Legacy.
Right.
Sorry, in Vintage.
I don't believe so, and the fact that it can take
Any
artifacts.
cards. Yeah.
It's not Cabal Therapy where you have to. Carrie
Sure,
rips
why
his
not?
rips his Lotus, so now he can outcast his
Carrie-
Force of Will.
Carrie lets out a.
Yeah, he's
very
quite
hearty
pleased with
laugh.
that. Yeah.
So Possible to actually cast the Force of Will.
So he's gonna cast.
So he's gonna do the.
Yeah. And if I'm Gabrielli, I think I let this resolve. Yeah, that's very smart. He's playing. He's basically played.
All the cards in
Him
there?
to Torak. No, well, Oath doubles up as him to Torak here, right?
Oh,
he pays
okay,
2
yeah.
mana. His opponent sacrifices his Lotus and casts a Force of Will.
Well,
Well,
better than him.
Yeah, because he actually gets to choose what relevant cards. You know, he doesn't have to hit like those 3 lands. So what's the best draw for Carrie now? If Carrie's gonna draw Dak Faden, maybe Dak Faden.
Nope.
You grab his box, then ditch the lands in your hand. That could be magical Christmas time.
Man.
Yes, Andrea, this is a playtest event, so some amount of playtest cards are allowed. Just to make sure, Gabrielli has
Forest
a
with mobs
yeah.
yeah. No,
Very-
it's a foil forest.
It's a foil forest. It is a foil forest. Gabrielli decided to,
Because not
yeah, you
you
gotta-
gotta you gotta keep it classy, man.
Yeah,
gotta
you
keep it
do.
classy.
Okay, so Gabrielli's gonna cast
Show
Show
and
and Tell. And Carrie's in the envious position of being able to put land into play. But I think
Sure.
whatever Gabrielli puts into play is gonna be a lot more devastating.
Wow, is Carrie gonna do
He's tapping,
something about that?
and I think he's got gush. So he's
Right,
gonna
so
gush.
he's just gonna gush.
If anything, he's gushing so he can put some volcanic islands back into play. He's gonna draw 2 cards, and he has
a brainstorm, okay.
Still alive for some kind of interaction. He is Dak
Alright, so
Faden.
Dak Faden. So you can actually put the Dak Faden onto the battlefield.
no-
What
no
about
way to
third
interact.
land, yeah.
No way to interact, but at least he gets to put away some of these clunky lands that he has in his hand, and hopefully not die the next turn. What's really cool is that he gets to put a fetch land into play with Show and Tell.
Does Show and Tell allow you to put planeswalkers in the battlefield?
Nope, it just says artifact lands or creatures. Artifact lands,
Damn.
enchantments, or creatures.
Oh well.
I'm not even sure if you can put enchantment. You can, because you can put Omniscience.
Right, okay.
Right. And then he's
So
going to
Omniscience
play.
gonna cast
Griselbrand.
the Griselbrand. Sure.
And Carrie fails to see the put a fetch land to play and shuffle and change the
Yeah.
contents of his.
No, I think he put the 2 fetch lands on the top of his library. So he draws?
Yeah, but if you put it into play off the Show and Tell, you can crack it and make sure you don't draw another land next turn.
Yeah, that's right.
So I don't like Carrie's line of play. Actually, I don't like Gabriel's line of play.
Drawing 7 right now.
He should have drawn 7 on his turn.
Yeah.
Because if he draws Time Walk, that's a free roll. And then he can always wait. Since he's basically hellbent anyway. He's hellbent, full stop. But this is the control player's dream. All your cards are free,
And
and you can draw 7 cards at will. You have a lifelink,
a lifelink
threat in
7,
play.
yeah.
Oh, sorry.
What?
I had some.
Seems legit.
Hey, ugly 817.
817, hey.
Welcome back.
You were here yesterday.
Yeah,
What were you doing
I'm glad you enjoyed it enough to come back.
Yeah.
Yeah, and again, Carrie giving away some information. I think just fetching the basic island doesn't need to. He's gonna play Dak Faden,
And just
but
go.
I don't think it's gonna change too much. So this is where
Oh no, okay.
Oh, yep.
So he gets
Play-
counter with
play a
Force of
Force of
Will
Will for free.
for free. For
Must
free
be
because
nice.
Omniscience.
Yeah, Eternal Masters has made it so affordable that it's now free. But yeah, I don't.
Yeah,
dig through
sure, why
time for
not?
free.
Dig through time.
And
Because,
Carrie's packing it up. So here we see, two very different blue-red combo decks from two
Yeah.
different formats meeting in the oldest, greatest format of all, and battling out, settling the score.
well,
which is better, 10 mana enchantment or 4 mana enchantment?
Ching, 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 ching. Yeah, value. Wow, where's that emoticon from, man? The emoji. Yeah, Ben needs to learn how to use emojis.
Hey, I learned how to use emojis already. The
Yeah,
emojis that I learned how to use, I can't share on this
You
stream.
can't share on the stream, yeah. Kapow! Alright, so as the players are shuffling out, I believe it's my duty to tell you about the other shows that we do. Remember, on Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday nights, we have the SCG game night on Tuesday. Wednesday, we have More Than Modern, which is our modern tournament, as the name suggests. And on Thursday, we have Throwback Thursdays, which is the vintage playtest night, all happening at 8 p.m. Singapore time, which is GMT plus 8. Also on the weekend, sometimes we do broadcasts. And this Saturday, actually, we have the Modern championships,
Yeah.
right? You can win a box. Well, the players can win a box of Eternal Masters. If you want to come down to the shop, you can also win yourself a box of Eternal Masters. They'll be battling out this Saturday. But
we'll have all
you
the
can,
coverage.
yeah, you can keep yourself updated by following our Facebook page in the descriptions below. And while you're at it,
they'll all be covered. Every round will be on stream.
yeah,
Same
exactly.
2 commentators here, hopefully.
I don't know.
You
Will
know?
you be here on Saturday?
Yeah.
Hey, cool.
I mean, I think it's better because I wouldn't play anyway. So it'd be good if we, had some of our ringers in there to defend the EMA box. But I think this matchup is awesome because it showcases you how woefully underprepared some vintage decks are for some kinds of strategies. Gabrielli's sideboard is probably like Ancient Grudges, Ingot Chewers, Graph Diggers Cages, which don't do anything to, a modern combo. And similarly, Carrie's sideboard is probably like Pulverize, Shattering Spree, which
Basically
doesn't do
something that
anything.
doesn't do doesn't interact well with
Carrie has control player's dream, 2 blue mana open. I think unfortunately mana drain has fallen so far out of favor that it's no longer.
So, Thoughtseize.
And Thougeize gonna lead things off for Gabrielli. And a very powerful play to start off with.
Do you try to protect this? No.
Yeah,
I don't think so.
if anything, it draws out an opponent's misstep. And if you're thinking about Force of Willingness, then it's pretty bad for you. He does have
so he impulse instead.
It's impulse looking for mental misstep.
Yep.
And what's going to be very backbreaking is if Gabrielli then has his own misstep to protect, to cover his own Thoughtseize. And I don't think we see any protection
but there is
on his end. So there is a deck. And I think a Splinter Twin.
No, that's there's a red.
What other red cards could there be in his deck other than Splinter Twin besides Pyroblast, which is in the front of his hand?
Yeah. Is that Splinter Twin?
I think his hand is.
Was a deck Faden and a Brainstorm.
So I think Carrie is going with the other route. He's taken a land. He's just going to try and make his opponent take a bad card. He's going to he's misdirecting the Thoughtseize. So I don't think that's going to work out for him though because but Thoughtseize being open because it's Gabrielli still controls the Thoughtseize, but he gets to choose. Gabrielli still gets to choose, but he has to choose. This is quite unlike something like Cabal Therapy.
No, but
he gets to name a different card.
Wait. Thoughtseize doesn't reveal your hand. Thoughtseize only.
I think you are thinking of Inquisition of Kozilek.
At the hand. Target player. Oh, right. Target player reveals.
It says so in the first line. Yes.
Okay, yeah. All right. So my bad.
He's gonna Thoughtseize the burning. He Thoughtseize himself of his own burning wish.
That's a very interesting card to play.
Yeah.
I think it's Will Bender.
It's good. Oh, okay. So I see. Oh, so Carrie's going for it. He's going for the, tap your land.
Does he have the fourth land?
I think that's why he took the land off the impulse.
Yeah, no, but he had the. Wow, this is going to be a very quick game.
Well, if you're Carrie in this position, do you instead go Deceiver Exile, untap my Volcanic Island so that you can play the Pyroblast, presumably in the Time Walk that your opponent's going to play? And if your opponent plays Oath, then he's not changing his hand, so you know for sure that, barring a top deck Force of Will, that you can go off next turn.
That is correct. I think I'd rather.
This is awesome.
I would have done that.
Yeah.
So
then the next game show.
So no, but Carrie doesn't have a Splinter Twin in hand. He just casts.
Oh, he doesn't. He's just raw dogging it.
Yeah.
He's going for the virtual Time Walk. He draws another Thoughtseize. Oh, what a master! He does have the Splinter Twin in hand.
Damn it, lah.
He doesn't have the land.
Shit. Oh man!
Wow!
That's good.
Gabrielli, a powerful magician.
Shit. Although it's a 16 turn clock at this point.
Gene, sneaking a peek as to what his next card was. Yeah, Gabrielli getting molested by the.
And
now, unfortunately,
Gabriel
Gabriel
doesn't
can
have lands,
go.
does he?
Well, he can just go Lotus, or he can just tutor for Lotus and play Oath of Druids
Oh yeah,
if he
that's
wants
right.
to. But I think if he finds a land off this, am I too loud? If he finds a land off this preordained. Oh, he has mental misstep.
Oh okay.
Okay,
All right.
which makes a lot of sense.
Yeah.
Sure.
Oh well.
Yeah, I think Gabriel is
Uh,
not too happy about.
Yeah, he could have
Yeah.
used
Sometimes it's like angle shooting, you know, like you feel like your opponent just waited to get more information from you, so you feel a little bit
I see.
miffed. But I guess he got a little bit too carried away because this is vintage, you know.
Yep.
There's gonna be blue cards or brown cards, and one of those two things are gonna stop you from playing your spells. So Gabrielli actually finds that
Is that a
tropical
land?
island. I think it's a tropical office preordained.
Well, he could just
So
if not, he can just like demonic tutor for like what you were saying.
Yeah. But I
go
think
for
that's
the
a
Black Lotus.
little bit all in, especially if he thinks that, you know, Carrie is now representing counter magic. I think I still go for it.
But what are you?
I probably
What would you have in hand that would be that dangerous though?
okay. So if you drew a land, you could tutor for Thoughtseize
Mm-hmm.
and strip the last card out of his hand, assuming that, you know, you're worried that your opponent top deck a Splinter Twin and is waiting for a land off the top of his deck. If you drew a land, there could be an argument for Time Walk. You could Time Walk and then you could hope to improve your hand against a perceived Splinter Twin. But if I'm Gabrielli here, I've already Thoughtseize one Splinter Twin. You know, my
It's
opponent.
like, what's the odds that
My
your
opponent
might
either
have
has a land or a Splinter Twin in his hand. You know, if you can't be that lucky, just go for it.
Just
you know?
go.
Like if you want to play a control deck as a combo deck as a control deck,
Then I
yeah.
don't think you're doing it wrong.
Yeah, I wouldn't say it's wrong per
yeah,
se.
Exactly. It's fine. It's a fine way to
yeah.
play it. Like you just
He's
have
just thinking about his turn.
to. You love some coffee? Yeah.
Oh, so I think the pluses were not so much ugly 817 agreeing with the play as much as his son
His son like going
mashing
on
the keyboard.
Well, maybe not mashing the keyboard.
Yeah, his son's a lot more restrained than most kids. Just one symbol plus.
Yeah. Let's
So-
reply back then.
Yeah, he plays Time Walk into the Pyroblast, and he plays the land.
Okay.
And this
so-
is dig through time.
Oh, it's a dig through time. Wow.
It's a
Okay.
DTT. So,
So
Tutor
he
for
just-
Duress would have been pretty good.
Land and
Land and Splinter Twin.
yep.
And he has
so
it.
the
He already
Splinter
has
Twin, yeah. First two
it.
cards.
So I don't know what Carrie's doing. Is he going 8 cards?
7.
Takes the first 2 because you know that's
Yeah,
That's how the world
That's what
is.
you needed. Yeah, that's
yeah.
yeah.
Oh,
Force
that's
of will,
game.
but then there's no blue. Okay.
Yeah. So I really think Gabrielli should have gone tutor into some kind of protection.
That previous turn.
Yeah, as opposed to running the Time Walk out.
Yeah.
You know, the Time Walk, especially if you draw Force of Will. If you draw Force of Will, then it's the blue card that you have for the Force of Will.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. Okay. That's
So
right.
then there's an argument even for playing Oath if you really want to.
So you
Yeah.
tutor for the Black Lotus and then play the Oath.
No, he
with-
had the lands. You just play the Oath.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Right. So you had the Tropical Island. Yeah. All right. So that ends round 2. Are all the tables done? No, I think Mike is still playing,
I
right?
think we still have the Mike versus Gerald. So we're gonna
Yeah,
we're gonna sneak in
Well-
and see if we can get him on camera.
Yeah. No, we can play a replay from last week. It's okay. While we wait for round 3, but before we go, just to remind you that you can catch us on all the other days, Tuesdays, Wednesdays, and Thursdays. But do follow our Facebook page. Do like it. And while you're at it, go support our partners, the Power 9 podcast. Do listen to their show. Quite entertaining. If I must say so myself. Yeah. This self-flagellating. Yeah. Yeah. All right. So we'll see you guys in a